Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Oh my gosh, just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. Guys, when it comes to video games, I have no self control. I'm sitting here saying forever, look, I'm out. I'm out on the PlayStation 6. $1,000 is too much for me, yada, 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 right? And I still feel the same way. But the new leaks and announcements about this thing right here, it's just, oh man. I mean, it hits so many other things. This might be the secret weapon for the PS6. This might be it. Let me tell you what's being announced for this controller right here. Enhanced feedback, right? Haptics enhanced. Speaker bigger. A dual screen. That's the one for me. You know me, I'm like, you tell me dual screen. I mean, I'm all about the Wii U, man. I mean, I love that control setup. The things you could do with the dual screen on the PS6, PS6, yeah. Oh man, I can just imagine. All the Japanese games. The innovation these guys can bring to that, man. Not America, but I've never been. I enjoy trying out VR once in a while. I'll do, you know, Virtual Boy, but I can't get beyond that. And I think the thing for all of us, and I don't know if it happened to you, right? But let me say first, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff if you're really cool. Join the channel for 99 cents. But listen, this controller here might be the secret weapon that's going to put Sony on top, because nobody else is talking about this. Nobody's going to take it to this next level. Now, what I was saying is that when it comes to virtual reality, these headsets and all this stuff, this VR stuff, I tried it out with my son. He's got it, and it's just been collecting dust forever. Because, especially with children and families, to working people, a lot of us gamers have kids, right? You can't be disconnected from the world. You're always multitasking. And once you're in that environment, you can't do anything else. I mean, you're completely in it, right? And, I have a kid. I have grandkids. I can't completely disconnect if I'm playing, right? If I'm playing with a controller or something, if I'm playing on my Steam Deck, I can just put it down and go do whatever. I can cook and play a JRPG, for example. But you can't do that in a VR situation. But when it comes to this controller and the features that it's offering, right? You can stream your music, your Spotify, whatever, if you want to connect to it, if you want to listen to your own music while you're playing the game, if you want to play the game or a mini game inside of it, right? And instead of having that bulky, PlayStation, what is it, streaming device that's out there now, the Q, whatever the hell they call it. You could just have your controller on board and I'm sure that you more than be able to play a JRPG, especially a retro one, right? You can walk around the house and come back to it, turn on the TV. I mean, there's so much potential here, guys. And when it comes to that, and I'm going to tell you why I think they have the advantage. Number one is because Xbox is not really going to put any more money into these, not heavily, right, into R&D for the consoles, because just they don't care about it. And don't get me wrong, they could. They have the ability, they have the money, right? But when it comes down to it, I've always told you, and this is just my own personal feeling, guys, because manufacturing background, one of the things that people don't talk enough about, when it comes to the differentiation of the consoles, is the engineering that goes into the PlayStation. It over the years, ever since the PlayStation 1, it's just been superior engineering, and it was even superior to Nintendo back in the day, right? To what anybody else was doing when the PlayStation first came out. The Saturn kind of has that, right? But it didn't fully develop to what it was supposed to be, because just so much infighting within the company. They were better in Japan, but really they stunted themselves by not running the company properly. But regardless, that has been the legacy of Sony and PlayStation in particular, because they've been at the manufacturing business for so long. They're able to hone in their manufacturing process, and their R&D for new products is a lot stronger than Xbox. It just is. And it's just because they're dedicated to that, as opposed to Xbox, whose parent company Microsoft really doesn't want to be in the hardware business. That makes it really a challenge, because even if the Xbox engineers come up with a great idea, they're going to say no. Just your last shot was when the Xbox One, and when that Kinect didn't work, you're done. No more gadgets. You get a box. You get a square box. That's where the imagination ends. At least that's what the public perceives. But when it comes to this right here, am I going to say yes to $1,000 console? No, absolutely not. Might have to wait for it. Might buy it used. But if this is what we're talking about, I mean, I gotta have it. Even if I just buy the controller to play PC games, that eventually come out, to Steam or to PC from PlayStation, I definitely do it, man. Because this is my favorite form of gaming, dual screen, right? Ever since it came out, guys. And the funny part is that I hated it when I first saw the DS. I was like, what is this? I just want a big screen. I don't want these two screens and whatever. And the game that eventually sold me on it, let me show you. Right here, Soul Hackers. Soul Hackers, the game that I bought because I thought it was a fighting game, and it forever changed my gaming life. And this is an acquired taste right here. This game was went up in value so much. I never sold it. I bought it for $13. That's the price you see right there. It's exactly what I bought it for. I bought it used. Nobody wanted these back then. But, and then when the Wii U came out, I couldn't afford it, right? And I was just like, I really want this console. I didn't buy it until the Wii U was officially over, and then we're already working on the Switch, right? But ever since I tried the Wii U, and to this day, right? To this day, I still say that playing Zelda on the Wii U is the best experience on that dual screen, right? And many people disagree with me. It could be nostalgia, sunglasses or eyeglasses, if you will. But I really enjoy playing it that way, taking my time. I remember I was in my apartment that day. I had just had a surgery, so I was lying around. I was just having a great time with it too, man. I really did. But let me tell you, this is the stuff that excites me. I mean, it really does. And I'm gonna jump back in. As far as the channel, guys, I'm making videos because my nostalgia meter right now is just, I know, some people, are not really with the AI stuff. I'm really trying to learn it because there's a lot of stuff that I want to do with it. I pay homage to the things that I enjoyed growing up with, and I hope you will too. I just did one for Cheers, Cheers Barcade, right? I'm working on a Christmas episode with my wife, who is a Tron character. She let me use her image. It changes. It doesn't look exactly like my wife, but if you see those characters, you'll get the gist of what my wife looks like. And yes, she is that beautiful, at least to me, right? Everybody has their own taste, right? But and there's other projects that I'm working on, right? I'm working on Spy Hunter, right? I want to turn video games into movies or TV shows, stuff like that. I want to honor TV shows from the 80s and 90s. Those are the kinds of things that I want to do in the shorts. Just things that are within our time period, things that were enjoyed by Gen Xers. Maybe some jokes here and there, but, just stuff that I can do well. When I create these videos is like when the baby's asleep or my wife's with the baby, giving her a shower, and I'm just sitting there and taking a break, and I'm just, I just talk to the AI, and I come up with these ideas, and I hope that you enjoy them too. Later on, I will have a members only. There's a couple of things I want to discuss for the new year, and I have some magazine guides, not magazine guides, but book guides that I have, game guides that I want to share with you guys. A couple of comic books that I got. And yeah, some other stuff I want to talk about. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your comments. Let me know, are you going to order this? I mean, this thing right here, it's just, I mean, this is just a rendition I made, guys. It just what I imagined this would look like. It's not really an official anything. But man, if they make this, I'm all in, at least in the controller. You know, I don't know that I'm going to pay $1,000 for the console, but baby, oh man, this if they do all the things they say, it's going to be amazing because it's going to have, you know, enhanced haptics. You know, you're going to be able to feel roughness. They say, you know, each trigger is going to be individual. There's going to be haptics on the shoulder buttons. I mean, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. Thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you on the next one. Take care.